All right, let's kick this off. Welcome to Keeping It Real, episode number 1. I had a consulting call earlier today and was asked a question, and it drove me crazy. So to preface this with a bit of context, the consulting call was with someone, I don't know their specific age. It had to be around my age. I was 26. They looked young, so probably like 26 to 35 if I had to guess. They just started e-commerce 4 months ago. And on this consulting call, we went into his ad account. I was giving him some strategy advice. He was spending $150 a day in ad spend, breaking even a lot of days, and generating a profit on some days, which is that's impressive. It's a really good point to be at only 4 months in. And at the end of our consulting call, he's from Rome, so like there was a little bit of a language barrier, but I got the gist of like how he was feeling. And what he said was, so what do you think about all those screenshots? Like, what do you think about this? So I've been doing this for 4 months, like I feel like I'm not accomplishing much is basically what he asked me. Like if I thought he was accomplishing a lot. And I asked him, like, what do you mean about the screenshots? He's like, well, everyone's posting these screenshots of huge multi-$1,000 days, 6-figure months. I feel like I've been doing this for so long, and I'm only spending $150 a day on Facebook ads. I'm only turning a profit some days. And I feel like my jaw dropped to the floor. And the first thing I said was, man, it took me 4 years to turn a profit with this. And if you're one of my viewers and you haven't seen my breakdown of my story to get to the point where I could actually do e-commerce profitably and run Facebook ads profitably, excuse me, I will link that down in the description. Go watch that if you want to. And you'll see my journey from year 1 to year 4 and how I lost $30,000 in inventory, ad spend, how I failed 15 plus times with different stores. And the fact that he's been doing this for 4 months and is already at the point that he's at is tremendous. And I told him, I was like, you're 4 months in. I was kind of started laughing. I was like, you're only 4 months in and you are able to spend $150 a day on Facebook and generate a return. That is very, very impressive. And when you hit that phase where you can spend that and make a return just like the phase he's in, you're not far away from cracking the code to those huge months. There's a few things that he needed to change and that I helped him implement within his ad accounts. More of like a funnel basis, more of like a strategic marketing focus is what he needed. But to really get to the point is, if you're in a situation right now where you've been doing this for a few months and you haven't found any success, or you found a little success and you're feeling almost left behind from all these screenshots, it's bullshit. What you are basing your success off of is bullshit. To be completely 100% transparent, the majority of stuff that you see on the internet regarding e-commerce in general is fake. And everyone I think by this point should, or they do know that there's a lot of people out there just preaching fake results to make money off courses. And as I talked about in one of my previous videos, this can be a major cause of self-doubt and a need for reassurance in what you're doing. I want to kick you into gear, and I want to tell you right now that if you've only been doing this for a few months, a couple of years, and you aren't getting the results that you desire just yet, well, you are on your way. You're making progress. The people that go from 0 to 100 overnight, 90% of the time they're fake. It's fake. And I would say about 5% of the time, out of that, the remaining 10% that actually do, 5% of that, so 50% of the remaining 10, don't know how to continue that, producing those results. A lot of times they struck gold. Everyone that, for example, the lottery, someone's going to hit the lottery, someone's going to win the lottery. But as we know, the majority of the time they end up losing their entire winnings because they don't know what to do with it. Same situation. So those people that scale to $100,000 or whatever ridiculous number in the first month or months, a lot of times their profit margin is going to be so small. And then when you factor in the fact that they don't know how to handle that level of scale via chargebacks, customer support, shipping delays, and just a variety of different issues that can pop up, they could even lose money those months. This business is just like anything else in life. And let's use Michael Jordan as an example. Let's use a professional athlete. Choose your favorite professional athlete. Even when he won 6 championships, won MVPs, he was in the gym practicing every day. There's different levels to basketball. For example, you can't wake up tomorrow and become an NBA athlete getting paid. You would first have to go through lower levels of organization such as school, then college, and then you might get a chance at being drafted, at which, you've already put 20 years in, and now you might start to get paid. And it's the same for e-commerce. You have to put the work in. If there's lower levels with no return or very, very minuscule return, but eventually if you continue putting in that work, you will rank up in the ladder until you get to the point where you are getting paid. So for Michael Jordan's example, he went to North Carolina. He didn't even get picked in his high school sports or basketball team draft. He didn't even make the high school basketball team. Went to North Carolina, got drafted, highly underestimated, his whole life, but he kept working and he made it happen. And I hope that context kind of makes some sense here. But what I'm saying is that for you to only be a few months into this, a year into this, 2 years into this, and not be getting the results that you want, and you're feeling some self-doubt that you're doing something wrong, as long as you are learning from your failures and not making the same mistake twice, you are making progress. And one of these days, you will hit the point of success in getting those results you want. It took me 4 years. Everyone can come onto my YouTube channel, see a video, and then just guess that, this another example of overnight success. That's not the case whatsoever. And I try to be as transparent as possible with that. This is 4 years in the making, and you should not be self-discouraged or self-doubting your situation just based on other people's results, because a lot of times it's fake and a lot of times it's not as what it seems. So this is like a new series that I wanna start doing. There's tons of tutorials out there on my channel. I have 60 plus tutorials, in-depth e-commerce breakdowns. But what's missing from this industry is keeping it real. And there's a few specific people in this industry that say, I always keep it real, and you might know who I'm talking about, and they're the farthest from keeping it real. So I feel like this is needed. This is just kind of a ramble session where I want to do this weekly. I want to start doing this live. So this first video, obviously, as you're watching it, is going to be uploaded. But from this point on, it's most likely going to be live weekly, maybe bi-weekly. We will see. Whatever schedule I can hit every week, we will do that. We'll hop on live. I'll take comments, questions, and have a core foundational topic that we can discuss. And specifically for this one, Emmanuel, if you are watching this, as I said on our consulting call, you are killing it, man. For 4 months in to be generating, the results that you're doing right now, just stay in your lane, stay driven, learn from those mistakes, and continue to make it happen. So just wanted to sum that up. And this is episode number 1 of Keeping It Real. We'll see where this goes from here. If you guys have any other, I don't want to say mindset because that's an overused word that I really hate. But any type of related mindset topics that you want me to cover in relation to e-commerce, leave that in the comment, and I will be more than happy to ask that. Ask me some deep questions, and I'll be transparent with you guys. So I do hope you enjoyed this. We'll see based on the like ratio and the comment ratio and engagement whether this is something I should continue or not. But this is episode 1 of Keeping It Real, and I am going to end it here. Dylan out.